Good evening. My name is Jackie Guernsey, and I've prepared a lesson for you this evening about the qualities of an effective career and technical education teacher. So I'd like to start the lesson out by sharing a short video with you just to get us thinking about really the qualities of an effective teacher and what that means to us, and maybe tie some of our experiences.
My favorite thing about teachers is that they help me learn things. They're really nice and they can be funny. They're really nice, and I only know like a couple because I only been to preschool and kindergarten. She's very good with kids. She let us push her on a swing. They're nice, very nice. Always gotta be nice. Well, my teacher in second grade, she was really nice. She gets us lunchtime in the middle of the day. They're funny, they're smart, and they're really happy with us. He taught the whole class just like to like writing like he did. My favorite thing about teachers is that they help me learn things.
So that was the short video that I wanted to share, and it just gives you an idea of what kids notice in teachers. And at some point we were all kids, and the word nice kept coming up over and over and over. So I'd like for you just to take a moment and think about the qualities that you have experienced in teachers as you were going through school, qualities that you've experienced in coworkers who are teachers, or whatever setting that you're in. And what are those important qualities, especially for career and technical education teachers? Now, some qualities across the board are important no matter what subject matter that you're teaching. And the kids hit the nail on the head. Nice is important. Nice is always important. So think about those qualities as we begin to look at some of the things that I've put together for this lesson, using several different sources and just looking at commonalities across the board for qualities for an effective career and technical education teacher. So now I will share my presentation with you. And we'll put this in presenting mode, hopefully. Okay, so the qualities of an effective career and technical education teacher. My name is Jackie Guernsey, and I am going through the CTE 4660 class with Dr. Taylor. So the first slide, what are the most effective qualities of a career and technical education teacher? I looked at several different sources and I came across this slide, and it was a survey that Pearson took with students. So this is not a younger child view, but more of a teenage view of what they feel is important in a career and technical education teacher. So the top of the list was relationships. Relationships really are at the core of all the things that happen in the classroom, and relationships really facilitate the attitude that students have towards learning. And with patient, and it is important that teachers at the top of the classroom see that in their room and not show their learners. It is important for students that teachers know who they are and what they need. And then the dedication to teaching. Students see and understand if their teacher is there to collect a paycheck, if they're not really doing what they love, or if they're not dedicated to what's happening in the classroom. That's evident to students. And then, of course, engaging students. engaging them socially, emotionally, in the curriculum. All of those types of engagement are important. So after looking at what students said, I looked at some other articles. There was another Pearson article about the top 10 attributes of teachers. Other articles, I used some information that Dr. Taylor had shared on ASU Learn, and I found some commonalities about the qualities of effective career and technical education teachers. One of the commonalities there is relationships. Teachers that cultivate relationships are effective in the classroom. And the way that those relationships are cultivated is through listening. Teachers need to be available to listen, and they need to hear what their students are saying. They really need to hear what their students are saying. I can't say that enough. Many times students talk and we don't hear them, but to really listen and understand where they're coming from is very important. Communication is key, and without communication, relationships cannot cultivate, they cannot grow. We have to be able to converse with the student, to understand the student, to see where they're coming from. Teachers need to be considerate of the challenges that students have, considerate of how a student might be feeling in the classroom that day. And a relationship encourages. That is another quality that we are that cheerleader. We are there for the student. The student knows that we expect them to succeed and we want them to succeed. This is extremely important in the relationship piece. We've got to be positive. Sometimes the teacher is the most positive person that a student sees all day. So being effective in the classroom means that we're cultivating that positive relationship, that we're there to support our student. Reinforcing what's happening in the classroom, giving the student that positive reinforcement that they need every day. And then effective teachers respond to needs. That could be academic needs, that could be social needs, that could be economic needs. There are so many needs that students of today in career and technical education have. So all of these aspects of relationships are qualities that an effective career and technical education teacher must possess. So next, we are looking at personal qualities. And unfortunately, the Zoom bar is in my way there. Personal qualities. What are the personal qualities that you bring to the classroom? How do your personal qualities affect the atmosphere, the overall attitude in the classroom, and what's going on in the classroom? So going back to really what the students said, you need to be caring. You need to be patient. An effective career and technical education teacher doesn't lose her temper in the classroom, his or her temper in the classroom. They are understanding of student needs, and they're there for students. And statements like, "I've had all I can take," are not appropriate in the career and technical education classroom. Personal qualities are kindness, fairness, always treating every student with the same respect, the same rules. Being honest with the students when we make a mistake, or maybe we need to reevaluate. Being honest is extremely important. Again, that positive attitude, being respectful of the student, modeling respect will allow the teacher to receive respect. And that is so important. Being involved, not just in the classroom, but in the school and in the community at large. teachers need to be teachable. Sometimes we need to understand that it's time to shift gears and it's time to learn some new things or take a different approach. Reflect on what's going on in the classroom. Is it working? If it's not working, what can I do differently? If it is working, how can I make it better? Be knowledgeable about your content area, knowledgeable about your school, about resources, about your students. There's so many things that you need to be the expert about. Be organized. Organization sets the tone for the classroom. It sets the tone for the expectations. Be consistently collaborating with others. Be consistent in what you do. Establish routines. You can be effective when students realize that there are routines in the classroom. Be cooperative with others in the building and show your passion for teaching. It should shine. So qualities that you would have that would shape your classroom: it needs to be warm, inviting, and friendly. The teacher should be greeting the students as they come in, making them feel welcome. There needs to be a positive and energetic tone to the classroom. The classroom needs to be organized and it needs to be an inviting environment where students know what's expected, they know what to do each day, and they know where to find the things that they need for the day. Qualities of an effective instruction are knowledge of the content. So you need to be well versed in what you're teaching. You need to be able to answer those questions that the students have. Students know right away if someone is not confident in what they're teaching. If you don't know the answer for some reason, let the students know that you'll find it and then follow through and find that answer. Knowledge of the industry standards, what's changing in your industry. If you're in career and technical education, things are rapidly changing. So we need to be aware of that, and curriculum needs to reflect that. Complete and effective lesson plans. Without a plan, we will fail. So that is a quality that every CTE teacher must have, are those complete and effective lesson plans. Differentiating instruction is so key in today's classroom. There are so many different learning styles, different needs, and we have to adapt instruction so that students are hearing what we're saying. The way students learn has changed rapidly as well, and we have to meet that need. We need to identify our individual student needs, understand your student. Again, that goes back to relationships, qualities of an effective teacher. We have to understand and know our students. Engage students. In the classroom, students should be engaged at all times, cognitively, behaviorally, and emotionally. If engagement is occurring, the disruption in the classroom will be minimal. Students will be excited about what they're doing, and they'll be acting as part of that class. So I've highlighted also here the sources that I used for my PowerPoint presentation. And so I am going to attempt now to share a short video just to inspire you, to wind up our lesson, to have you to think about the importance of what you do each and every day and how important it is to be an effective teacher. And this video really, in my mind, it could have been a CTE teacher that started the effectiveness in this person's life. So hopefully the video will work properly, and I'll share that with you.
Karen, mission accomplished.
So really it all starts with an effective teacher. What can you do to be an effective career and technical education teacher? Which of the qualities that we've talked about today can you enhance and work on to become a more effective career and technical education teacher that pushes a student to their full potential? That is the question. Challenge you to answer that question and do some reflection as an effective career and technical education teacher would do. Thank you. I'm done.